No, it was just me, looking like a dork. Oh gosh, now I gotta take a peek.
Oh, hello, hello. Oh, you got to
Your
see if it was.
oh god, your picture didn't even come up. That happens occasionally. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the lag or something.
One of us is ghosted.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I was on a timer thing.
The last couple shows, at least, um, your picture comes up black for the first, opening clip. It's weird. Yeah. Don't know
Probably
why.
deliberate.
So yeah, but we can't synchronize the looks. If I'm the only one doing it and there's a black screen on your side,
I
I
know.
should do something. I should do something like pointing at you and there's nothing there. It's something. I don't know.
Hello, Vera.
Hi everyone.
And Valerie, got you live. I'm back home finally after 3 months being gone for work in
Wow.
construction. So
Mhm.
happy to catch you guys live again.
Awesome.
Hey, there's Vera and that's Valerie. So, wow. So you've been very busy, Valerie. Here's our Linda. Let's start talking about food quick. Sausages.
Right.
Not sausage party.
Oh no, let's not talk about that.
Have things to make.
Kind of gross.
Oh, okay. Bye, Maureen. Hello and bye-bye, Maureen. Hello, bye. Oh, so how was your day? All right.
Okay.
Okay. Just okay. Just okay.
Yeah, that's it. How was yours?
Okay. Lovely. I got to spend some wonderful time with the grandkids.
Uh-huh.
Again, it's the third time this week, so I was a bit knackered. But I loved it. They were absolutely
Of course.
cuties. Little Esme had a little sleep on the sofa for her little nap time. Ria was having her hair done. It's part of her birthday, early birthday present. So she had blonde shimmers put in her hair. She had brown and then blonde shimmers.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, yeah. So she had a nice hairdresser day. Yeah,
Shannon
it was
says,
lovely. She looks gorgeous.
how do you always look so gorgeous, Allie?
It's makeup. Yeah. And I got some new makeup from Temu actually. I usually wear Unique. I still do wear Unique, but this Temu makeup was really nice. It's really creamy and nice as well. Yeah,
Before we came on the
£3, I
air,
think it was.
Allie said she felt like she looked like a pineapple.
Yeah, I do.
And I'm like,
I
no
do look.
effing way. No, she looks gorgeous. The prettiest pineapple I've ever seen. No. You always look gorgeous, period. No matter I don't think it's possible for you to fuck up your looks.
Oh, a little bit today. Earlier before I got my makeup on. Wow. Wow. I looked at myself and I thought, Ali, you look very ill, actually. Not just with that makeup.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, Ali, you don't know. I've had a bit of a headache, but it is actually going. So I think you're healing me, my love.
Aw, I love you.
I love you very
I do.
much.
Mm-hmm. Hi,
I
Susie.
do.
Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Susie. Is John coming on? Hey, John. Are you coming? John, her husband.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yep. So if you guys have any
yeah.
questions you'd like to ask us for global predictions, just put them in the chat. All uppercase, capital letters, so we see them. And we'll hopefully get around to all of them. Hopefully.
Yeah.
We should. We usually do.
So Vera had an unstable connection on her live as well, so had to jump in
Oh,
to end the live on her phone. Yeah, so maybe it's playing up a little bit at the moment. Oh, so Valerie said the internet where I was sucked, so wasn't on a lot. And as far as live videos, like here, it wouldn't work. So happy to be back online. Oh, well, that's lovely. Nope, no resemblance. Beautiful, although them pineapples are lovely too. I have one on my counter to cut up. Yeah, I do love pineapples, but it actually sets my hiatus hernia off really bad. I noticed that once. Oh my goodness. I had, when we, the first holiday, the first time that I actually physically met you, and we went to Glastonbury, didn't we? And we went to Chalice Well, and on the way home, I had to get you to help me. I'm not going to say how, but you had to help me because I had pain in my ribs, really bad pain. And I didn't know it was associated because it sometimes feels as if you're having a heart attack, actually. But I had to alleviate some pressure. So it's like would you mind? It's like helping me. So yeah. So yeah, that's and then I've had that same pain again after pineapple juice. So I thought, right, okay, no more pineapple juice for me.
I love pineapple juice.
So do
Yeah.
I love it. Love it. I'm not gonna, I just think to myself, well, I don't do this definitely no more ever. If I fancy it, I just say I'm probably gonna have some pain after. Because I think you can actually make yourself not get worse with it. If your body gets used to not having it. It's a bit like allergies. They say if you've got an allergy, you should just try a little bit of it. But I don't want you to do it. Yours is serious allergy. I'm talking about little allergies.
Yeah. Hi to Johnny joining us on Facebook. Johnny's saying that I would love to hear your
Hi,
thoughts
Johnny.
on Chat GPT and what it means for us in the 3D world and its impact on 5D ascension. So yeah, that's not really that's not a tarot card question, but it's a great question. So yeah, I like Chat GPT, although just like Google Bard, Chat GPT has a liberal bias to it. And you can catch them with the liberal biases that they have. As a matter of fact, there's been times where I'll accuse them of being liberal biased, and they'll say, well, no, that's not the way we are. And I said, well, is it possible that whoever programmed you had a liberal bias and you wouldn't even know about it? And they said, yeah. So, and that's the same for both of them, Chat GPT and Google Bard. So it is possible that they are biased. It's interesting. I think that both of them are really interesting, but its impact on 5D ascension, minimal, if any, because the true information is not going to come from AI. AI is not going to, like, the vision I had of having the white light flooding the earth and feeling what I felt. AI is not going to do that. They're not going to have that kind of insight or visions, so its impact, minimal at best. But it is interesting, gives you, different things to think about from different angles. But in the end, we're moving on, not AI. What do you think, hon?
I think it's going to make people lazy. And again, it's a bit like, because they can write out poems for you and all sorts, can't they? I think. I can't remember. Yeah. Is that what I'm thinking of? Chat GPT? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know more about it than I do.
Yeah, they can. You can ask them to write a song or anything. Anything that you want, they'll do it for you. But it's not necessarily going to be any good because it's coming from AI. It's not a real person.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you know, how are like professors and tutors going to cope with that when the students can just you know, write me an essay and it's all done by them? How are they going to know if it's done by them or not?
I don't know.
They're
Well,
not,
I
are
would
they?
imagine the quality of work all of a sudden skyrockets, you know. Yeah, that'd be kind of a red flag. Hi, Cindy from Iowa, and Josephine from Wisconsin.
Hey, Cindy and Josephine.
Hi to Bren.
I'm just writing down some questions.
Patty has our first question of the night. When is JFK going to appear? And it's Patty joining us on Facebook.
Yeah.
Valerie says that
Hey,
pineapple
Patty.
juice is usually very good for a person, especially for inflammations. Isn't that something? But, you know, it's kind of like, you know, I've
Yeah, I
got an
mean, that
article.
was okay.
Okay. I have an article, 30 signs that you're wired differently. And sometimes, you know, what many of us actually here in the metaphysical field are wired differently. And, you know, here's one of the ways that I am. I was diagnosed with ADHD and given a prescription of Adderall, which is an amphetamine, amps you up, an amphetamine, but I could take an amphetamine and go to sleep within that hour. So it did the exact opposite. So, you know, that's with Allie, it might be the same way, you know, with her being wired differently. And, you know, pineapple juice might be good for inflammations, but it's not good for Allie. So, because she's wired differently and she's a
Yeah,
freak.
but that's
Both of
my
us.
hiatus. Sorry, I thought you finished.
Yeah.
That was my hiatus hernia that played up. So it's the gastric stuff and the acid in the pineapple juice. So for the arthritis, it would be good, but it's the hiatus hernia that was sliding up into my chest area, and then I've got two giant hiatus. That's how they describe it: is giant hiatus hernia, and one slides down, one slides up. And when it's bad, it's like it causes me irritant. It's like it irritates. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's why you can't really eat a lot either, right? Because the
No,
hernias.
because yeah, true. Yeah. Yeah. You wouldn't know it from the size of my bum, though.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, it's Mel D. Hello, Mel D. There's another Greg.
Yeah. Getting back here, though.
Is the video frozen? I think it has been back and forth.
Valerie, you
It's
might
jumping
not be
about.
able to. Valerie, you might not be able to see Johnny's comment because, you know, obviously you're both on Facebook. There's two different Facebook sites that we're simulcasting to. It might either be my personal Facebook page or the IN5D Facebook page. So chances are his comments are going to be on one of those, probably the other one that you're not on. Okay.
And it's StreamYard, so they all club together.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what we have here is an aggregate of all the comments on both of the Facebook pages and YouTube. Hi, Suzanne from Antelope Acres. Where is that? It's obviously in the desert somewhere, I'm guessing, with the cactus right there.
Yeah.
Hey, Lisa.
Antelope Acres. Hi, Lisa and Jeremiah. Hello.
Who are these people? Puts the pic of my granddaughter liking. Scary fast. All right. Marejo, how are you? Thank you for
Yeah.
joining us.
Hello. Hello, hello. No.
Hi, Mel D. Any suggestions for empaths and these roller coaster energies? Would that be more of a just a
Uh,
conversational question?
spiritual.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would say spiritual.
yeah, we can answer
Yeah.
that right now. Then, do you want to go? What do you
I'd
think?
just say grounding, bare feet on the ground, on the grass. Um, it's and it's like like a roller coaster. You have to just glide with it. So I think that's what you're having to do with the energies, glide with the energies. So if you're feeling sleepy, if you can sleep, if you can't, then you just have to kind of ask the universe to give you just a bit more energy, so when you can get home, you can have even just 10 minutes would be able to help you. So, and obviously if your mood swings are going a bit haywire, it's like, if you can't say something nice, then don't say nothing at all, and then it won't get you into trouble. So that's it. And obviously other people's emotional stuff, it can trigger you more because you're an empath. So make sure you double bubble. So put yourself in a bubble when you get up in the morning, when you go to bed at night, and do it twice. Put two up. And if you're going into a very volatile or like a work situation where you can't judge who you're going to come into contact with, then put mirrors facing outwards all the way around around your bubble. Put sparkles on it. That'll help cheer everybody else up as well. So sparkle all the way. What do you think, my love?
Well, you can't go wrong with shiny and sparkly. So, yeah,
No, exactly.
I definitely agree with you as well about grounding. And
Yeah.
what a lot of people, don't realize is that every day throughout the day, uh, let's say you go to the gas station and you fill your car full of petrol. See how I use gas and petrol in the same sentence?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well
because you
done.
guys don't use petrol. Anyway, that gas pump, that petrol pump that you have your hand on, that you're putting petrol into your car with, has been touched by how many people and how much energy is on that? And that's no different than, let's say you go to the grocery store afterwards and you pay cash and you're handing cash back handing cash to the cashier, and she's handing you back money that's been touched by a cajillion people as well. All throughout the day, it's hard to go without picking up somebody's energy, especially if you're an empath or a super empath. So it's important at night to, decompress, to ground, like Ali said, and to find that time to, cut loose of any energies that may have occurred throughout the day. Yeah, I
There
hear
was
Ali's. Okay.
there was a lady who I was doing a read. Sorry, there was a lady who I was doing a reading for, and she said that her partner, he gets kind of he's bipolar, and he gets very hyper, and he gets very up and down, and she doesn't want to not be able to make love to him. She doesn't want to not be able to be in his company, but obviously she doesn't want her energies getting. So what my guides gave me was this flexible bubble that goes, it like literally it's around you, but it kind of like it's like something can come into you, but it doesn't actually penetrate exactly. So it is like this protection around your aura, and that's what they gave me. So and that way you don't touch anything or anyone. So if it's really, really bad, visualize it like that, maybe.
Trying to post a link. Oh, here we are. Bear with me. Okay, yeah, I posted a link because
Let's go.
Linda was saying sometimes I feel I must be wired differently than anyone. So I put a link in the chat for that article, and if you want, at your leisure, check it out. There's 30 different signs that you're wired differently, and we've done a show on here and where we went over all the different signs, and we had people keeping like scores and everything. It was fun. It was informative, and yeah.
So the not manipulated pineapple is the best. Never heard of that, and yet I should drink more of it. Not manipulated.
Never heard of that either. Yeah.
You heard of that before?
No.
No. Don't know what that is. Hey, Magical Maiden. Hello.
Make the same wave that she's doing.
Ah, agreed. Same here. It's nice. The problem also with juices is they often have sugar added and citric acid, which is not good for you. Always better to use fresh fruit. Yeah, that's not going to happen unless Gregg is living with me and does it for me. It's not going to happen. Fresh fruit juice. I don't think I've ever tried fresh fruit juice ever.
No.
Caffeine makes some people calm down instead of up.
My parents had an orange tree, and I would get like a huge bag of oranges and hand squeeze the juice myself. It's delicious. Oh, Allie froze. Oh, you're back.
Darling, do you mind if I come back in again in a minute? Because I've just remembered I didn't restart my computer. So it may be that.
Alrighty.
Or is it okay? I mean, if it's okay.
Yeah. No, you keep freezing up. You keep freezing up on my end.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll come back in a minute.
Okay, hon. Bye. All right. Oh God, I love that woman. I can't eat either. Never could. We might be from elsewhere. Yeah. And that's part of, I think you hit the nail on the head, Shannon, about being wired differently. What they tell us in the medical field. Remember, maybe about 20 years ago, they said, if you had a cholesterol level of like 225, you were healthy, and then they bumped it down to like 200, and they keep bumping that number down. That's a general number for the general population. Not everybody's the same. Somebody might be healthy at 300, and other people, are heart attack away at 150. It's just a freaking number. But I get what you're saying, Shannon. What if, and this is my belief too, what they say about, Adam and Eve, it's impossible for us to have 4 different blood types, A, B, and O, plus the positive and negatives of each, Rh positive, Rh negative, from 2 people. So how did we get here? I think that we were seeded here by various galactic star nations, to see, as a galactic experiment, to see if we would get along. Is it possible that all of these different galactic star nations have different ways of processing food, or, just you look at the differences in languages. What if each language was a star language? Russian, Polish, Spanish, whatever. What if they all came? They weren't necessarily from a country here on Earth, but came from a star system, right? So, yeah, is it possible that that's why, people have different food intolerances or whatever? Yeah, it's possible. It just gives you something to think about. Also, I think jabs have something to do with that as well. So, yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Shannon. I also want to put it out there that on this show, we're not going to answer anything about Israel or Palestine. Maybe we'll talk about it on the Rumble, where if you're watching on Facebook, you can see get that link up there. If you're watching on YouTube, it's going to be below this video. But yeah, it's a good way to lose your channel, especially with all the crap that's going on. And I'll leave it at that. But we can expand on it a little bit more on Rumble. Or not. I don't know. Oh, so yeah, I want to thank everybody for joining us here. Allie will be back shortly. She's rebooting right now. Hi, Claudette. My PCV is acting up. Sorry, I'm late. Oh, my PC. All right, my computer is acting up. Okay, I get it. The V was supposed to be the space bar. I'm good at putting one and one together. I know it equals 3. Hi, Christine. Love you too. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. Why, yes, it is. No, I know you're talking to Allie. It looks like one, and I've mentioned that to her before. When she pops back in, you'll see her, and it looks like a tiara, and she should be wearing one because she is a queen. Hi, Lori. Thank you for joining us. And hello to Barbara. How are you? Lion Angel Light says juices also add other juices into the mix, like apple juice, grape juice, and so on. That's true. And so you may be reacting to something added. I cannot drink grape juice as it gives me bad heartburn. Oh, that's another one that I really love too, that I haven't had in a while. Grape juice. Yeah. Outside of Lancaster in the Antelope Valley. I would assume Lancaster's in Pennsylvania. But I didn't know they had antelopes there. I am so lost. Oh, okay. There we go. Antelope Valley is in the California desert. Okay. I didn't. So there's a Lancaster, California, apparently, too. Valerie said, I purchased a grounding bed mat this summer, as well as a wrist one, and place it at the end of the table where I sit. How do you find that that's helping? Or is it not? Or is it all psychosomatic? Or is it actually helping? Let us know. Oh, blessings to you. Thank you for joining. There's John. How are you? Oh, I see you 812. Yeah, that's Van Halen album, right? Yeah. Here's that article I posted, 30 signs that you're wired differently than normal people. So yeah, check that out. There's like over 6,000 articles on in5d.com. And the first thing right at the top of the page, you can do a search for anything. Chances are you'll find it. Yeah. It's like a massive database. I've been doing this since 2009. So got 14 years worth of articles in there. Lots and lots and lots of stuff. Good stuff. Oh, very cool. Yeah. Check it out. Let us know how many you have. Eating a lot of fresh fruit this past few weeks. That's good. Hi, Mary. Welcome aboard. Juice rules. Yay, in5d.com. Also, check out in5d.net right there for killer tie-dye t-shirts, high energy, high vibration t-shirts. I'm going to be at I always miss GSIC conference in Orlando on, I'll get there on the 19th. And then the 20th, 21st, and 22nd, I have a vendor's booth where I'll be selling quantum tie-dye t-shirts. If you're at the conference or if you're in the area, stop by and say hi. So here's the picture. I got to have that hand up like that. I'm just teasing. Oh, wow. Barbara says I get blisters in my mouth if I eat too much fresh fruit. Used to be only orange juice. Wow, that sucks, because not only, the blisters are just being, it's like acid, literal acid into the blisters. Yeah. Oh, man, that sucks. And I bet you love juice too, don't you? I mean, who doesn't? She is so lovable, Marejo. She is. I've said it many, 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 many times, and I'll say it many times more. As beautiful as Allie is on the outside, she's even more beautiful on the inside. And all you guys that know her can attest to that. Truly beautiful woman. That's interesting. I can't eat oranges, but can do grapefruit and lemons like they are candy, but blood types means a big difference as well. That's interesting. Wow. I mean, I remember as a kid, we'd cut a grapefruit in half. My mom would stick it in a little bowl. She put a little sugar on top, and we had these little special grapefruit spoons that had like little, I don't know, jaggedy edges at the tip of the spoon, which would help you go inside and cut that portion out. And then at the end, you'd squeeze the grapefruit rind to get the leftover juice. And I love that. But, in retrospect, the sugar that we put on there, probably not good for us. But Valerie's saying she eats it like candy. So apparently you don't need that sugar, and that's awesome. Hey, I'm here. Okay, you're not here though. Get your butt in here. Hey, Joe. How are you? Where's Mikey? One of my buddies from upstate New York. Are you coming in? Oh, there it is. All right. I see her. I see her in the bottom. Definitely wired differently, as are most of us here. I think that most of us, if we were to take that 30 signs that you're wired differently, I bet you most of you would have at least half of them that you would say yes to. How are you? Is everything okay now?
Yeah. I wrote that right from the beginning.
Wow. That's how far behind I am.
It took you a long time to come to that, yeah? So.
Yeah, I'm still 6 minutes behind.
Yeah.
So I'm right here. Hi to Christine, and she mentioned that at 8:34, and it's 8:40, so we're 6 minutes behind on the chat. See if we can get caught up quickly.
Hi, Christine. Is that a new name? Are you new here, Christine? If so, welcome.
Yeah.
If not, we will get used to your name.
Hi to Treadway. Thank you for joining. Okay, I was asking Valerie about the grounding mat, and she said, I find I sleep a lot better with the grounding mat, and it also aids major in inflammation and healing. When I got home, I got all achy, etc., whilst asleep, and couldn't figure out why all of a sudden until I realized I hadn't plugged it in. Then boom, back to better sleeping and healing. Okay, right on. So there's a testimonial about healing mats. Make sure you plug them in, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you explain twin flames creations? It's a good question.
You're
I never
better at
thought
it than me.
I never thought of that from that perspective. The twin flames creations. I think that, the soul decides it's going to half split and experience as much as it possibly can, knowing that eventually it's going to come together, and it's the same soul that can have different experiences through different halves. And like with Allie and me, I said, when we were on the other side of the veil, I said, I'm going in, and she said, I'll be right behind you. And then she kicked my ass down the tunnel, and she said, sucker. And she didn't come back for like another 10 years. I'm okay as I'm falling down the tunnel. I'll get even one way. Nah. But
you're in a different country, like as well.
Yeah. So
just to make it
she
difficult.
decides to make it more difficult, she decides to incarnate in the UK, and I'm here at the time in upstate New York. So but we found each other, and if it's meant to be, it'll happen that way. Yeah. So
Yeah,
can't believe you kicked me in the ass. Kicked me in the ass and down the tunnel of incarnation. You're like, look, something's shiny and sparkly down there. I'm like looking, and then that's when you kicked me in the ass.
I know.
Oh, you don't like that necklace?
No. No.
People were asking about your tiara.
Yeah, it's a tiara. I love a tiara. I'm not sure whether I like it like that or like that. I'm just not sure. That covers up my roots a bit. Roots are coming through. I'm trying to not do my roots until you're here. Well, just before you'll get here, so that I've got all my hair done.
I was bragging about you. And, as I've mentioned many, many, many times, how beautiful you are on the inside. And Deb Treadway says her inside is pure love.
Oh,
so
thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Deb. Oh, I love you guys.
Grapefruit with salt.
Wow. Oh, no. No, that doesn't sound nice at all. Would you say, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Because I feel that everybody has a twin. Everybody.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Do you believe that? Do you believe everybody has a twin?
Yep.
And sometimes that twin incarnates down with you, and sometimes they don't. They're just one of your main guides, sorting you out from that side around. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I do.
Can I show you something really, really cute and amazing?
Sure.
This is what Megan is making. These are flat packs. These come as a flat pack. So all of this is made. Okay. So let me turn it on.
That's adorable. That's cute.
There's a little shower there. Back there. Little shower unit.
Does she sell those?
I think she should.
She should.
She says no one will want them.
I think people will.
But look, even this little thing, look here. How much would you charge for those? I think the kits are around £20.
I don't know. enough to make it worth
But
your
aren't they
while.
cute? And I found these diddy little characters. I bought these. Look, they're like, oh, that one's just
Whoops.
flown off. They're like, oh dear, can't get them up right. Look, these tiny little figures.
Sure, you could super glue them in there.
Because we didn't have any, so we had to make do with these. These were pretend little figures for the kids.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so I put some of those little figures in there as well. But isn't it lovely with the little light on, and so cute?
It is. It's adorable. I love how it just
They've got lots of different ones. They've got like this. They've got this underwater thing. It's like a dome like that, and then inside it's got all these little kind of mermaidy kind of things in there as well. Mm-hmm. But she loves doing them, so I think they would sell, don't you?
Yeah, I do too. Just got to find a decent price to make it worthwhile with her time and effort. Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Chico. How are you?
You Chico never get back everything.
Chico and I, Chico plays in 2 of the fantasy football leagues that I'm in, and he and I are tied for first, except I'm in first because my team scored more points than his so far. So we're tied, Chico, but my only loss was to Chico the first game of the season. So, but that doesn't matter because the standings are based on who scores the most points. So, yeah, sorry, Chico, I'm in first. Hi, beautiful Allie.
Hi, Deb.
Mediocre Greg. Hello, beautiful ones. Hello, Greg and beautiful Allie.
Oh, hello, Karina. Hello.
Shannon said, I know that 30 signs list you're speaking of. I think I had all but 2 or 3. Wow. That's awesome. Yeah. I had a feeling, that most of us.
Most of us.
Huh? What?
Doesn't matter. There's a delay, darling. So I'm talking when there's a break in between, but there's not a break in between because there's a delay.
Yeah. And I was saying that,
you go.
I have a feeling that most of us here have a lot of that we're wired differently than most people, period. The metaphysical woo-woo crowd, truthers, yeah, we're wired differently.
So we got a question there from Lion Angel Heart.
Yeah, that would be a tarot question. So I'm.
Yeah.
Yep. And we have a few questions. We don't really have a lot of tarot questions so far, interestingly.
No.
Enough. Yeah, and here it is. We've been on for 50 minutes. I guess, we can get started anytime you want.
So Barbara said, do they always? No, they don't always come together. You don't always find each other, unfortunately. But I would say, with my psychic intuition, I would say that if you do your work to get yourself as high a vibration as possible, meaning you're not in a needy state of mind, you've found your kind of completeness and meaning that you love your life. You don't mind being on your own. It's okay. It might be that you would like to meet somebody, but you're okay. You've got this kind of it's like a balanced kind of energy. That's the best way possible, but it means that they have to have done their work as well. If they have, then I think you can vibrate together and be together. That's the only way I can describe. Would you agree with that kind of analogy?
I'm busy doing something else on the side. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wasn't even listening.
Okay.
I should just
So
put you on
yeah,
solo.
that's how I see it. That's all right. That's okay. So yeah, I think that's the only way I would say is make sure that if you want to meet that other person, your twin, then keep your vibrations, work on yourself. I mean, when I say work on yourself, all you're doing is if you find yourself bored a lot of the time and you feel frustrated and things, then find a hobby, find something that you love to do, find your niche in life, and enjoy and have lots of gratitude around you. Once you have gratitude around you, you're vibrating on that high energy. Yes.
Okay.
So Mary likes grapefruit and salt, sour and salty, like margarita. Okay.
Okay. Well,
This is
would you like?
interesting. What if you're your own twin? This is a good concept. How do we know? You might be right. You might.
No,
I don't know.
I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's possible.
But I yeah.
Ellie froze
I
up.
don't know. I don't know enough. So
Yeah. What?
I'm not sure.
I don't see. I don't understand the purpose of that, because the purpose of having that twin is to have all these experiences and then bring them all together. But you're yourself, so it's not. It would defeat the purpose, so that wouldn't make sense. I imagine it could be possible. I'm not saying, what do I know? Anything's possible, right? Would you like to start answering some of the tarot questions?
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. Gosh, yeah, you just froze up again.
Okay.
Back. Okay. So when is
Wow.
JFK going to appear? Well, he, and I think, a lot of people are talking about JFK Jr. I'd assume that that's the question. When's he going to appear? The cards that are coming up. I would say it's time for him to rest in peace. There's as much of a chance of him coming back as Jasara coming to fruition. Neither's going to happen. I hate to say that about the Nasara Jasara group, but there's something that might come in place, and I feel that that's very possible in place of the whole Nasara thing. But as for JFK, and I know Allie will disagree on this one, but I'm not going to pump you full of hopium. I don't see it in the cards. Let him rest. Let him rest in peace. He's not going to appear. I'm sorry.
How dare you? Do you think I'm full of hopium? How dare you? How dare you? You wait till I get to see you. You wait. You wait.
I need to be spanked.
That's another on my list. Okay, so when is JFK going to appear? I believe that a lot of these people knew that they had a death sentence on their shoulders. I think they knew. What would you do if you knew that they were coming for you? Wouldn't you, if you knew it was going to happen, wouldn't you arrange something? The white hats, I feel, have reached out. If somebody has got lots and lots of information about the black hats has been in that circle, I do believe that JFK was not the original senior, the one in the airplane accident. I believe that was actually a setup. Right, let me work out that question. Okay. Yeah, so I would say that I can't see a time. There is no set time for when he's going to appear, I'm afraid. There's no like next week about 3 o'clock, or I'm joking on that. But I just feel that he has been making himself known out there, either in the crowds at the rallies. It wouldn't surprise me if he was there, or, you know, that he, yeah, I would say that he's made himself known there. You just have to look out for him. But yeah, I would say there's quite a few that have been taken because they were going to be outed and they knew it. So yeah, that's what I see.
The only way he's showing up in a crowd is if it's like Weekend at Bernie's and they prop his dead corpse up and they're just like wheeling him around and shit like that. No, he ain't happening. Anyway, I love you.
I love you, baby.
We can disagree and still be equally as in love with each other. It's okay. You know, and eventually Allie will just admit I'm right, and you know, we'll move on together. I love you so much. Anyway, our next question comes from Lion Angel Light.
Next one.
Looking like the faux Biden may be saying bye-bye soon with all the insane chaos of late. Your thoughts? Yeah, I guess this would be more of a I don't know if Allie wants to answer it via the tarot or not, but yeah, I'm just going to answer it from my own discernment in my own heart. And I'm with you on that, Lion Angel Light. It's almost as if the left wants him to either transition or to give up, but he's so stubborn in his dementia that he doesn't want to give up. He likes being that center of attention. I think ultimately, though, what the left wants to do is replace his bid with Michelle Obama or Robert Kennedy Jr. It's a possibility. It could be a number of people, but they know they can't put him out there and debate with anyone because he'll get destroyed by anyone, and the whole world knows and sees that too. So yeah, many people believe that he's no longer here to begin with. And if you look at the pictures of the numerous Bidens that are out there, you see different people. Are they clones? Are they body doubles? I don't know. And you're going to have a bunch of people saying, oh, he was already taken to Gitmo and blah, blah, blah. Zero proof of that, right? So, I mean, is it possible that that is the real Biden sometimes that we see there and other times it's not? Definitely. But I think ultimately what the left wants to do is replace him somehow, some way before the next election. And they don't have a lot of time to do this. So, you know, if someone's going to step in, they better do it soon, because faux Biden, one way or the other, he's exit stage left or exit stage right. You know, he's out the door. That's what I got.
He's a puppet. He's not real. He's controlled by the white hats. That's what I believe. Because there is absolutely no way that the black hats would have him out there doing all the things he's doing. Sorry, they've got mask wearers that could take over that at any point at all. To have him compos mentis and and him being able to fight the fight with an actor behind that mask. Absolutely. So I absolutely believe, and this is what my guides tell me, that this is this Biden is controlled by the white hats. Wouldn't surprise me if there's a comedian who is actually doing all those stupid things, and it's all contrived, just to kind of bring some humor to this chaos that's going on in the world. So yes, he's is getting more and more and more. His tripping over and his silly antics, and the laughter of it all. So I think that means that he's going to either be taken out, as in, oh dear, he's really poorly, and then somebody else come in. But at the moment, it's all theatre. Yeah, we're not. That's my feeling. Yeah.
Okay. Theatre. Indeed.
Theatre. Yeah.
Shannon's asking, does trouble really come in threes?
Only if you believe it does. It's a mind thing.
Well, that's what I'm looking at.
You smash a mirror. It's like, does it bring you 7 years bad luck? Only if you believe it does.
Yeah, and right off the bat, we got the yes and the yes card, but also following that are some pretty, like, I don't want to say bad cards, but and that, to me, that what that's saying is it's all the law of attraction. What you put out there comes back. So if you're feeling stressed out and it's an uphill battle and everything else, you're having financial issues, that shit's going to snowball. Conversely, in a positive way, it can come to you as a lot of positive events. Also, Nikola Tesla was the one that said something about, if you only knew the magic, and I'm paraphrasing, the magic of 369s, you would understand, the entire universe. So you have the three there. So does trouble really come in threes? I was the third child of my parents, so I'd say no. What do you have? Well, Ellie went away. Here she comes. She's coming back. Hi, honey.
Sorry, love.
Oh, I'm not. Hello, Mom.
Yeah, so I think I've already answered that. So I believe all the superstitions, if you play into them, yes, they'll become your reality. We create our reality every time we make a thought. So we have to be careful what our thoughts are. Do we believe that we deserve? Yes, hell yeah. Otherwise, we're going to go, well, perhaps someone else could go in front of me. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. If we always think like that, then, we're having to create our own reality here. So that doesn't mean to say you become selfish. Absolutely not. But you just say, yeah, I'm as deserving as the next person. Good question, Shannon.
Yeah. Barbara's asking, there was a theory about Earth not science-based, but that Earth may have started as a small sun that didn't change into a sun. I haven't heard that theory. What I heard, basically, and this was from Michael Tessarian, he said that the Earth was, maybe I don't remember this correctly, but I thought it had something to do with Tiamat, and then a collision. It could have been Nibiru or something collided, and then what came off of that would be what we know as Earth now. he mentioned something along the lines of that collision knocked, the oceans into the atmosphere, and that down the road there's been reports of people saying that fish were falling from the sky. I don't know how they lived in a place that had no atmosphere or oxygen, but fish would fall from the sky. And maybe that's just folklore or whatever, but um, the Earth starting out as a small sun, I don't think so. Yeah, I haven't heard that. Yeah, so what do you think, hon?
I'm getting a no with that.
Okay.
I mean, people have their own reality, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Suzanne saying RFK Jr. just left the Democrat Party and now he's independent. I think that will benefit the right because that'll split all the left's votes between Biden and RFK. So that'll help Trump.
That's a good thing. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's a good thing.
Barbara was saying that was given as a possible theory of the hollow Earth. And yeah, I mean, I don't think so, but I can't say with 100% vindication. Nobody can.
I feel, see, this is the trouble. I know this is hard for Gregg. It's really hard for Gregg because Gregg does research and factual. He then comes on here and does psychic. So this is very difficult for Gregg to separate the two,
Right.
with his factual and what his guides say to him. So he does a damn good job. I just want to say that you do a very good job with trying to separate the two. When you're talking, you can see the struggle, but when you do your cards, I can see that you just read the cards. So didn't know if you realized that.
No, it's kind of like you telling me that when I'm about to, if I'm going to be joking around, I give it away either with my mouth or my eyes. Apparently.
Yeah.
And I don't see that, but when I'm
Yes.
joking at the time.
Yes. I do. Yeah. It's that little boy kind of naughty. Hi, Chris. Good to hang out with you the other night with Patreon.
Yeah. Hey, we got all caught up. How about that?
Oh, good. And it's lovely you guys had some other questions as well.
Yeah.
So
I dig
good.
all the questions, not necessarily just the tarot ones. I was mentioning while you were gone, though, and I don't know if you heard it. Don't ask any questions about Israel or Palestine on this chat. We might talk about it in Rumble if
I
you're
did
watching
hear
on
that.
Facebook up here. Yeah, I don't think that's a good topic to talk about on Facebook and YouTube. Could get in trouble. Yeah. So
Yeah,
Shannon's saying that
I agree.
I read that fish falling from the sky has actually occurred, and it's due to some atmospheric phenomenon of them getting
Yeah,
caught
no,
in
I
an
love it.
updraft from the ocean.
I love the questions not being all, some of them were personal ones or, emotional ones.
Wow, you're super blurry.
Really playing up, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll show you. This is
Doing
what
it again. I don't know if I'm live or not. I've no idea
that's what I was
if
seeing.
you can see me.
You were frozen up and super blurry. That's what I saw on my end. Yeah. So, Deb says Deb agrees. Ellie is locking up. Yeah, I don't get it because she rebooted, but I do get it because the internet. Oh, he froze up again. Oh, there you go. You're back. But the internet there is like their best internet is like worse than our slowest one here. They, in the UK they just aren't up to date on internet speeds. So Ellie looks like she's going to reboot right now again or something, or just leave and come back. But yeah, internet speed there is just absolutely horrible compared to what we have in the United States with fiber optics and internet speed. Our millibytes per second, Mbps, are significantly more. There, you're lucky if you have 40 or 50 megabytes per second. Here, like I have like one of the least fastest internet connections, and it's only 200 millibits per second, but it's still 5 times faster than whatever they get there in the UK. So yeah, she keeps freezing. I know. We apologize. Hi to Kind Spirit. Hello, Star Family. Happy to make it, albeit late. I was on a Zoom call until now. We'll watch from the beginning later. Awesome. And hi to Debbie Hempele. Thank you for joining us. Ellie's just stepping out for a minute. Hopefully she'll be right back. We have at 10 o'clock live and uncensored on Rumble, our traditional Tuesday night chat coming up, where we talk about anything and everything completely uncensored. We don't have to watch our P's and Q's. We can say everything that we want to say there without exception, and we will. And there are some things that I do want to talk about there that I can't talk about here on YouTube or Facebook because of the censorship. Tired of that crap. But we got some stuff that we will be talking about there. And I will be able to talk about, what's going on in Israel and Palestine. There's my baby. There she is.
There's hope. There's hope.
Okay. Good. Yeah, you look fine. You look gorgeous.
Yeah. Thank you, baby.
Yeah, I was just wrapping up. I was saying goodnight, and no, I'm kidding.
No, I know you weren't because I was watching on my phone.
I love you.
I love you too. I was saying about the earth because you were saying about the hollow earth and everything, and I was trying to say something and then I just got cut off. So I believe it's like a donut. There's a hole right down the middle. So when they say hollow earth, I do believe that there is, because I believe that, is it Colonel Byrd flew into the Arctic?
Admiral.
That's why we're not allowed, Admiral. So we're not allowed to go and look. It's all on Google Earth. It's all blurred over, the hole at the Arctic Circle, and so I believe that there's a whole other Earth inside. I believe that. So when they say flat Earth, that's the only way I can think of a flat Earth is the middle bit. I don't know, but it's like that, two circles like that.
I believe it was in Admiral Byrd's journals.
Yeah.
Or that when what they saw up there was tropical paradise. There were palm trees. There were dinosaurs that were still alive up there. And everything was kind of like living in a symbiotic relationship with one another. Do they not want us to see that?
No, of course not.
Is it a toroidal, like donut kind of thing?
That's the word.
It's possible. Or is it just possible that on both ends of the spheroid that we call or Earth, there is just an opening, and maybe it does go all the way through. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But what we're seeing right now, like for example, I just saw a video of what Mars looks like from this guy's camera, and it looks nothing like a planet. It looks more like a star shining and dazzling and sparkly. And what's real anymore? What's real?
Who knows? Who knows? I believe it's a lot like the Matrix. We're creating our own thoughts.
Yeah.
So our thoughts are creating our own future. So yeah.
Yeah. Welcome
Oh,
back, Marijo.
yeah. Welcome back, Marijo. Energy through and around the planet, Deb says. So she feels the same way. Yeah. And Josephine feels the same thing. So yeah, obviously we'll never know. You know, these things, they can't be proven, and sometimes we have to go with what we feel with that.
Yeah.
Barbara said that what I felt that also explained was, some say Earth is a geode shape. Yeah. We don't know, do we? We don't know. We're not allowed to look there. I wonder, once all this truth comes out, that they are going to allow us to see.
I had somebody contact me this evening before we came on about asking me about karma, and she said it seems like it's happening faster than ever before. And I said, you're right. And that's, as long as you're standing in the vibration of truth, love, and light, you got nothing to worry about. But some of these people that are pushing bullshit or fake news or whatever, I mean, that shit's going to boomerang on them. So just be careful what you're putting out there, because karma is coming back faster than ever. I totally agree.
Only if they're doing it deliberately, and only if they're doing it with the intention of doing something nasty. We could say the wrong thing. We've predicted things that haven't happened. We don't do it deliberately, so they're not always out there doing it deliberately.
Yeah. But that's, as I mentioned before, there's a difference between predictions, which no one's 100% sure of anything. Nobody's ever given 100% accurate predictions ever. And that's what we're just putting out there. We put out, these are my predictions. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, great. That's different. But people that are intentionally putting shit out there that know better than that, karma's going to get them. That's it.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I mean, lots of people go with their intel, and sometimes their intel isn't. We're in a war, and they've done it in every single war. They've used people to say one thing while they're doing another. Okay, so to me, it's not always black and white. I'm sorry, it's just not. But I think deep down, those people that are causing chaos and fear and a deliberate energy, that is what I feel those people will get their karma. Yeah, for sure.
I see. I agree with what Lion Angel Light's saying. I look at things this way. I can't see or prove everything, but at some point you just got to go with your intuition and your knowing to believe. I have no proof of 5D ascension or God's source, but I know.
True.
And I agree with that.
Yeah, knowing.
Because we all sense and feel. Many of us, we were talking about empaths and super empaths. Many of us sense and feel that we're on the edge of something magnanimous, and it's just about to happen. So, in hindsight, people will say, well, I felt it too, but we're actually out here talking about it, and people are saying, well, you got no proof. I feel it. I feel it. That's all the proof I need. Yep. Yeah. Marijo says, I choose love and light. Luckily, Allie has taught me to be more closely involved with my guides, which really helps me listen to them, and my gut never fails.
Oh,
that's a nice.
That's good. Oh, I love you, Marijo. Thank you. Where did I make my earrings? Lisa, I didn't. I bought them off Temu. I love Temu. About £2. £2 off Temu.
Deb says, I believe we are cleansing karma hyperspeed super quickly to move it out of our consciousness. All right. Yeah. Maybe that's
Yep.
what's going
Clearing
on.
out, making us lighter.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Debbie Chutter. I agree. It's not black and white. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're going to be shocked because, when it all comes to light, we're going to be like, oh, I didn't see that. Oh, I didn't see
totally
that
agree.
either.
Yep. Yeah. There's going to be some stuff out there that nobody could have predicted.
Yeah. You're doing amazing, Marejo. She is, and her psychic development is amazing. She's very hard on herself, is Marejo, but I've seen the change, and if you go back and look at the beginning videos, Marejo, and you look at what you're doing now, you'll see it. You'll see it.
It's true. It's true. Moreos came so far in her readings.
Very much so.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a live with all the readers so that you guys can see how well they're doing.
Shannon says the Earth might be shaped like an apple, stem at the North Pole. Hey, that's just me, but stop and think about it. What is an apple? The Beatles, apple. The stock, apple. My phone, my computer, apple, apple, apple. Gwyneth Paltrow named her daughter Apple. I rest my case.
I agree, Shannon. I think it is like an apple. Yep. And that's the energy. And they say that a lot of free energy is linked like that. It's the toroidal. I think you said it earlier. Right.
Yeah, toroidal.
So yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So let's see. Got hi Lori. Even though you didn't put it in capital letters, it didn't get by us. So just future reference, please. Questions in capital letters.
Yeah. Do you think? Okay, you can answer that first. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll take a look at it. Okay, so I know there's a lot of people pushing for it. And he's even said that if he was nominated for it, he'd do it. I'm not seeing it in the cards though right now. Yeah. I would love to see it, but the cards aren't saying that that's the case. So there's probably a better chance of maybe Jim Jordan becoming that person, the Speaker of the House, jacketless Jim Jordan, than Trump. I think there's a lot of opposition, and as much as most of us would love to see that, I don't see it happening. Sorry. Allie?
Sorry, I was in the middle of doing something. Okay, so the first card out was this evening because I got the Ace of Wands, which is yes. At one point, it was a definite. It was at one point it was that he was going to be the Speaker of the House. They had a whole timeline planned for that. But then I got the 5, which is the lack of energy. So I believe that didn't come to anything. That nothing actually took off with that. There are still negotiations, and I think that everybody's going to be very pleased with what actually transpires afterwards. I think you guys talked about Jim Jordan. Now, remember, I'm in England. I know nothing about your politics. I am so confused by it because I hear all these whistleblowers coming out, and I'm hearing them talking about it back and forth, and like all the truth comes out, and then nothing. I don't understand that. What is the point of getting all that information out there? Is there not then a judgment at the end of it, and then everybody then what I don't understand. Yeah, so I don't know what the Speaker of the House is, I'm afraid.
We did answer this, I think, last week as well. and it came up, and I think what we both agreed on was that it wouldn't necessarily be Trump, but whoever it is, whether you, me, or anyone else agrees with it or not, that person is the perfect person for the job. And yeah,
Celebration.
yeah, yeah,
That's
and
negotiations, and there's celebrations.
and it might surprise you that who that person is. I'm just saying my own. If I'm going to make a prediction, it's going to be jacketless Jim Jordan. I think he's like Marjorie Taylor Greene. They're both pit bulls. They're
Yeah,
very
yeah.
pit bulls. Yeah.
What
But
does
I
the
know,
what does the House Speaker do?
well, the House Speaker's third in charge. You got the president, vice president, and then the House Speaker. If anything happens to the president and vice president, House Speaker becomes president. It's a very powerful position. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's third
Mm.
in charge. Yep. That's why a lot of people are pushing for Trump, saying, oh, this could happen and that could happen, and then Trump would be president. I mean, that's true. That could happen. Anything can happen. What do I know? I'm just not feeling it. And, I
Yeah,
know that we have a pretty good track record of our predictions, but
we
yeah,
do.
sometimes what we
We
want
do.
to happen, sometimes what we want to happen, like I think both of us would love to see Trump in there, isn't necessarily what the cards say. So, and we're going to report on it with whatever the cards are saying. Look at that. Yeah, turmoil, fast-paced changes.
Jim Jordan, I got a 9, which is a not with Jim
Okay.
Jordan.
That's completion.
No, 9 in my dice. Remember?
Yeah.
So it's nearly there, but there's an obstacle. A 10 is the completion for me.
Well, Cindy says, I think Jim Jordan will be the Speaker of the House. Okay. Deb
Yeah.
is singing a David Bowie song, Changes. Turn to face the strange changes.
Yeah. So what happens with that then? With that, I don't know what it's called, but when everybody's kind of going at each other, you've got the Democrats that are just ridiculously going at these whistleblowers who are speaking the truth. They're clearly speaking the truth, but these Democrats, I mean, it is like a bloody theatre show. And then you've got the people who are good guys, and then you've got the bad guys, and it clearly is good and bad. It really is. There's no Democrats that are being in any way understanding of this. They're just literally going at them in a really vicious way, personally, sometimes bringing up their personal lives as well. But what is the point of that? Does it do anything, is what I mean? Because obviously our politics, they don't understand the politics and how it works.
It seems like, if this was a political scale and this is the center, the left used to be like really close to the center, but now they're just like way off to the right. And that's the same with the right too. They've gone way over, and all we're looking for is the truth, and for people to be more toward that center of being able to put the truth out there. So, and that's creating, when you're on polar opposite ends, that's creating a lot of diversion and people, it couldn't be any further apart from each other the way it is right now.
That's not kind of what I'm asking. How does a law get put into place? So if you can clearly see that the whistleblowers have got the truth out there, and that it's looking really good for the truth, then what happens? Does there nothing happen?
It's got to pass the House of Representatives, and that's where the House Speaker would be, and then it goes on to the Senate, and then if it passes there, it gets brought to the president, who can, even though the House and the Senate approved of it, he could veto it if he wanted to, but chances are he just signs that into law, as if there's not enough laws the way it is.
Yeah, but some of them are the FBI getting involved with social media and things like that. I mean, you know, some of them are good that need to be put into place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's kind of answered.
Yeah. Yeah. The rhinos in the Republican Party who are pretending to be Republicans, but that's where the acronym comes, RINO, Republican in name only. Yeah. And you look at like Mike Pence, what a traitor he was, you know, and he's really came out against Trump recently, as well as a few other people. But Mike Pence really has been showing his true colors.
Mike Pence. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Trump's former VP. What a loser he is. But why? How did Trump not know ahead of time? Where was Trump's intel to say, hey, this guy's a loser?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm looking at some of the messages because some of the messages are explaining it as well. So thank you, guys. Yeah, it goes beyond the Democrats and Republicans, snake rhinos. Yeah.
Have you ever dined at Duke's? To meet you both there. We tarot cards and create a party by the sea. I don't understand that. It used to be a Duke's Diner, the Duke Diner in upstate New York that I used to go to. I love diners. You guys don't have diners there, do you?
American diners, yeah.
You do?
I used to waitress for a place called Caesars, and it was an American diner.
Okay. I love diners. It's like home cooking. Aw.
Hi, Lydia. Hi. Oh, wonderful Lydia. She's like our fairy godmother.
She is.
Yeah. We love you.
Yeah, I was telling her how I've got like 40 of those.
Very much.
On my Wave Watch, I've got like 40 different sounds programmed, and it's like 5 hours worth of tones that I listen to when I go to bed at night. So, yeah. Thank you, Lydia, again.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. I don't know. This whole system's going to change. I know it is. All the law is going to change. It's I really feel it. So, yeah.
You know, ultimately, we would just have universal laws, and if you wanted to break that down into something even simpler, as long as you're not hurting yourself or others, let it go. And just like all religious texts, in my opinion, should be 4 words: love everyone, respect everything. That's all you really need to know. So you got to love everyone, respect everything, 4 little tenets there. And then as long as you're not hurting yourself or others, let it go. Life could be so much simpler and easy.
It's true. It's very, very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get over there, Shannon. I'm not allowed. I'm banned from the USA. Very bad person.
Yeah.
Really.
Bad person.
Very bad.
Dare you try to come here, marry me?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, really?
You look like you have a much better tan than I do, although I haven't been out in the sun in a while. I'm losing my tan.
Let me take this off. Look.
Wow. That's a great light. I need one like that.
I had to make my own. Should I show you how I did it? This will make you laugh.
Oh, yeah. You have shown me in the past. Show everyone else, though.
It's like condom. It's like a condom for my light.
Uh-huh. It works perfectly. It does.
Otherwise, it's so glary bright white light at me. It just I just look awful.
Oh, my my skin's
That's
cleared up
better.
quite a
Wow.
bit. Yeah. I had this rash on me, which I think was from a necklace that I had wore. It was a puka shell and coconut necklace, and my dermatologist said, "No, that can't be it." But once I took it off, the rash went away. So when I see him the next time, I got to see him soon to take out some stitches. He's doing a skin biopsy. He thinks it might be subcutaneous lupus. But I'm going to say, hey, next time I see him, so I can wear my necklace, right? And if it comes back again, even though he was adamant, oh, it wasn't from the necklace, I think it was. But what do I know? I'm not a doctor. What do I know? It's just my skin.
Your intuition would tell you.
Yeah, but right now it just looks like I had sunburn that peeled. That's basically it. It was pretty nasty though, and I showed you the pictures of it initially.
Looked
Yeah.
very very painful.
Yeah. Let me see if
We better go, darling. Come back in about 20 minutes.
Okay. All right. Well,
you're going to do something. What are we going to do?
No, I was just going to show a picture. That's okay. You don't have to.
Do it. You do it, baby. I didn't know you were going to do that.
Well, I got to find it now. I don't know where it is.
Oh, sorry. Laurie says, do you think we're getting closer to the end? And where we hear about all the tribunals, we're getting very close to the end. Very, very close. Obviously, timing is difficult to say, but I do believe that it will be done in 2023. We'll know about it in 2023. That's going to be the, yeah.
Okay, so this was when it first happened on top, and then that was like a few days later. The one on the bottom was last week, and now it's almost gone. So, the guys, what's interesting is that nothing happened around my neck. I found that really interesting. So, but yeah, it's cleared up significantly since it first happened. And on top, these were all raised. It was bumpy and itchy, but fortunately it's gone away. And it's not as bad as, it's nothing right now. I don't itch. I don't scratch. I feel normal.
It's good.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
Josephine's saying sometimes one can be allergic to certain metals in a necklace.
Yep.
Or maybe they put some kind of like spray or something on there. I don't know. And it carried down my chest when I sweat at the beach or something like that. I don't know what it was. But I know once I stopped wearing that necklace, it went away.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, you've gone with your intuition. Sometimes your intuition tells you what's what, doesn't it?
Well, we'll see what the skin biopsy says. Hopefully it's not lupus or anything silly. Yeah, been through enough.
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah.
Moreo says there's a chakra right there. Yeah. Between your throat and heart chakras. Maybe it's an opening of that chakra. I tap mine there when I want to open the connection more. Maybe. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, it is 9:41 right now. And so we're going to be back in 20 minutes. If you're watching on Facebook, click that link above the video. And if you're watching on YouTube, click the link below our video to join us on Rumble, live and uncensored. Anything you want to wrap up with, my love?
No, just keep your positive energy going. If you talk about anything negative, always switch it out to a positive at the end of your sentence. Don't don't stay in that energy, because it's like whatever you're saying, it's like a beacon that goes out there, out there, out there, out there. So yeah, just know that, and if everybody says it's all going to be fine, everything's going to be wonderful, that is an affirmation that goes out there as a collective. So yeah, just keep your positive heads on. And I know we can't do it all the time, because sometimes life is sometimes really crap, but we can do our best. That's all we can do.
Yep. So we hopefully shall see you in about 20 minutes on Rumble. And
Yep.
so until the next time, we're both sending you all infinite love and light from our heart to yours. Love you all. Take care, everyone. See you soon.
Bye.